before we had the selection meeting in Dubai, we got a mail 2 days before that, which said that he's unavailable for selection. He's picked up an injury during the IPL, and it mentioned that there's a 2-week rest and rehab period, and it said that the pros and cons and the implications of the injury have been explained to him, and he understood that. So he was unavailable for selection, and that was the information we got on mail before the selection meeting. And after that, he played in the IPL, so we all thought that he's going to be on that flight to Australia, and which he wasn't. And we had no information whatsoever on the reason why he's not traveling with us. And after that, the only other information officially we have received on mail is that he's in the NC and he's been assessed, and that he'll be further assessed on 11 December. So from the time that the selection meeting happened to the IPL finishing, and now when this email came about his assessment at the NCA, there's been no information, there's been lack of clarity. And we've been playing the waiting game on this issue for a while now, which is not ideal at all. So yeah, it's been very confusing, and there's been a lot of uncertainty and lack of clarity around the situation. Definitely would have increased the chances of both of them playing test matches. Someone like Saha, who also had an injury during the IPL, is here and doing his rehab with the team. So we are aware of his progress, and he's on the right path to make sure that he's fit and available in time to play the test series. And same would have been the case with Ishant and Rohit as well. It would have given them a chance to get themselves fit and be available for the start of the test series. And right now there's so much uncertainty on whether they're going to be able to make it, if they're going to be able to make it at all or not. And it definitely would have been very helpful in them getting fit if they were here and doing the rehab, just like Saha is with the team to get fit for the test series. Yeah, I've come here through different stages of my career and my life. Starting with 2012, I think it was my opportunity and a start to my international career as a test player, and something that I really fondly remember even now. And I was a youngster with a lot of hope and a lot of faith, playing for the country, to play for a long time. Then the second time I came around was a difficult situation, because I'd come out of that 2014 tour of England, and Australia was again a daunting tour, full of quality players and coming up against a very strong team. And that tour revealed a lot about myself as a person and about my game to me, and took my confidence to the next level. And then coming back in 2018, we came for 2016, the white ball series as well. But that was a short trip, but then again a full tour in 2018, which obviously was very memorable for all of us. Winning for the first time in Australia a test series, winning the ODI series, and drawing the T20 series was also very special, because as a captain and as a team, we were able to achieve our goals, what we wanted to, in a very difficult place. And now coming to 2020, I think now it's about just fulfilling my responsibility on the field. I really take a lot of pride in playing cricket for my country, and I have over the years as well. And this is just a continuation of the same mindset. I don't come to any place anymore to prove anything to anyone. It's basically about what can I do to make sure as a captain and as a leader I take the team forward in the right direction, and keep setting the right examples as an individual as well whenever I can. And that's always my goal. Growth is the only focus, whether it's on the field or off the field, and that'll continue to be the template for me going forward. But it's been amazing. It's been a full roller coaster of a journey till now, coming to Australia, and something that I've really, really enjoyed, and looking forward to it this time as well. Look, I don't think that there's any extra desperation or need to think on those lines for us as a team at all, because we have to understand the last time that we were successful here was because of a reason, and we are focusing on our process, and we are really, really strong in our mind to be able to win difficult situations and be at our best in those difficult situations. And that doesn't change. I mean, look, Australia is going to try and come at us really hard, and we expect that. and we are ready for that. We are ready for some tough cricket on the field, and something that we are looking forward to as a side. But I don't think we are attaching any more incentives or reason to motivate ourselves just because it's an opportunity to set a tone before the test series. Every series is different, and the importance of starting well is purely because you have come to foreign conditions and you want to get confident as a team really quickly so that you can carry it forward to the other formats. And that's something that we're really looking forward to as a side, to start strong and to do the things that we want to do as a side, and make sure that we are all feeling good mentally, and we are executing the things that we want to before we start any series, whether it's the ODI, T20 or the Test series. It's a no-brainer. They've gone through a full IPL season as well. Both of them have bowled beautifully, are bowling in great rhythm. So it'll be very important to monitor the workloads, and hence the point about some of the younger guys getting a chance comes into play as well. You want to see how people react in different situations, because you're up against a different situation every time you come for a India tour. You have to manage workloads. You have to look forward to the youngsters performing on the field. So there's a fine balance that you need to maintain, and something that we've been able to do very well in the last few years, and that's why our bowlers have been fit and available for the important matches most of the times for us, and something that's a very, very important factor for us going forward, and for me as a captain to know as well where the bowlers stand in terms of workloads and how their bodies are feeling. So yeah, that's going to be a crucial factor, definitely. Decision was made before we had the selection meeting, and I explained the same to the selectors that I'd be flying back after the first test, and that was purely based on the fact that we have a quarantine period both ways, and I had explained the same to the selectors during our selection meeting, I wanted to be back home in time to be with my wife for the birth of our first child, and it's a very, very special and a very, very beautiful moment in our lives, and something that I truly want to experience. So that was the reason behind my decision, which was communicated to the selectors during the selection meeting. Definitely surprising, because we were told that points are the point of the matter of contention for the top two teams qualifying in the World Test Championship, and now suddenly it's become percentage out of nowhere. So it's very confusing. It's very difficult to understand why. And if these things were explained to us from day one, then it would have been easier for us to understand the reasons why such a change has happened. But it's happened out of nowhere, and I think the further questions about this should be asked to the ICC, and understand why this has been done and what are the reasons behind it.